So do you want to rapidly increase your own confidence levels? You're tired of doubting yourself and feeling that you're not good enough? And imagine in an instant if you could just flick something, just hit that switch for your confidence levels to exponentially grow. What a positive impact that would have on your life right now. So in this short video, we're going to be looking at why one simple tool that yours truly, Conor McGregor, has used in the past and still uses now. It's been documented. He's talked about it many times before. That you can use on yourself right now to instantly increase your confidence levels to become the best version of you. So welcome back to the Believe in Bruce channel. If you're interested in performance psychology, body language analysis, mental health and well-being care, anything to do with the head and the heart, then take a second to subscribe below, leave a like, but also leave your comments below about your story and how you relate to this video. This channel is all about optimizing how you think, feel and perform for you to be the best version of yourself. Please feel free to share the video as well. That would be great for helping support the channel. So Conor McGregor, alright, Conor McGregor, viewed as, if not one of the most confident individuals, definitely in the world of combat sports on the globe right now. But it wasn't always like this. Look, Conor's got a head, he's got a heart. He was on the dole in Crumlin. He was then a plumber working 12-hour shifts, all the stuff that we've heard. But then he used this one technique. Now, Conor's used a few techniques, but the one technique he talks about that you can use right now if you're not already trying it is a technique called positive verbal affirmation, all right? It's when you start speaking out loud about what you're going to become, what you are going to achieve, what you're going to do right now, tomorrow, and the next week and the next month. But you start telling yourself out loud what you're going to do, why you're going to do it, how you're going to move obstacles out the way. There's so much energy, positive energy within positive affirmation that it does something magical to your soul, magical to hear, but also that it allows you to be in control of your own actions. You become your own coach. You're not relying on somebody else. You're not relying on, someone to cajole you, to mollycoddle you, to massage you. That's another area of coaching development. But when you become your own experiential coach, you start controlling your thoughts and feelings. Therefore, you start enhancing, empowering your own soul to become the best version of you, and you're more likely to achieve that goal just by saying it out loud. So when you say it out loud, what does that mean? Well, it's about coming up with a goal in the first place. Write it down, all right? And that goal should be SMART. It's a little acronym that we use. And what that means is specific. You've got to know, it may take you a few times to actually go down to a bit of paper. Try it. Write down what your goal is. Say it out loud. Does that sound right? Yeah? Is it specific enough? Which is the S, all right? Specific. Is my goal specific? And then it comes M, measurable. All right, how can I measure if I've achieved this or not? How can I measure how far I am towards the goal? Is it A, attainable? All right, it's good to push the boundaries, but let's make sure there's a realistic chance, all right, which is the R, of actually achieving that there. Is it realistic? Attainable and realistic. And then you've got the T, time frame, all right? How long am I going to give myself to actually achieve that goal? Once you've done that, you then start saying it. This is what I'm going to achieve. These are the specifics that I'm going to go into, and I'm going to achieve it by there. Once you start telling yourself it, and every morning, all right, set some reminders every morning. This is what I'm going to do. This is why I'm going to achieve it. This is the skill set that I can bring to that. You then start telling other people, which is what Conor McGregor does really well. He puts it everywhere. All right, now what we do is we actually fight against that. We'd rather not tell people just in case we fail, just in case we look stupid. If you want to achieve greatness, if you want to become the best version of yourself, you've got to allow yourself, empower yourself to get over that thought. In this day and age, all right, we're all about, oh, well, we don't want to look stupid. It's all about lols and likes. You need to put all that to the side. In order to become the best version of you, you need to start living your life for you. Yes, there's going to be hiccups along the way. Yes, it might not go exactly as you planned. But with that positive verbal affirmation, you start telling yourself that you're actually more capable of doing it than you believe. You actually start believing in your own abilities to go out and achieve that goal. Then when you start telling other people, and again, you've got to try, you've got to experiment with it. You've got to get comfortable with other people, saying, oh, well, you wouldn't do this, or even you won't achieve that. Generally, when people say that, what they mean is, I can't achieve that. It's not you, it's, oh, Bruce, you'll never achieve that. What they're really saying is they lack the ambition, they lack the drive, they lack the belief for them to achieve what you're setting yourself out to do. Now, there will be failures along the way, but you need to learn how to reframe failure exactly as Conor McGregor has. Khabib, Nate Diaz. You know, it hasn't always went well for Conor, but when you look at all of what Conor's achieved, you can ask yourself the question, would he have even achieved a quarter of that? Of the success that he has had, that has went well, if he didn't have that inner belief. And that inner belief, like you said, he read a book called The Secret, but it was that positive verbal affirmation. And every opportunity he gets, he tells himself that visualization, what he's going to do. He tells everybody else what he's going to do. And how this works, this is like an accountability. All right, now that I've told people, well, I've got to do it, I can't back out. So it's the reverse. It's your actual brain will cry out, don't tell anybody, because, well, what happens? What happens if I fail? What happens if I get it wrong? What happens if it doesn't go my way? Start caring about yourself rather than other people. That's what Conor McGregor done. So when the Nate Diaz defeat come along, when the Khabib defeat come along, did he crumble? Did he stop? Did he go into a shell? No, because he knows him. He knows what he's trying to achieve. He knows that legacy that he's going for. Now, I'm not talking about, maybe you having world title ambitions. It could be getting up in the morning. It could be achieving a best time on a 5K run. It could be doing something in an exam or an interview or a job or a career, whatever that may be. But the research shows so undoubtedly, all right, we can't argue with this, the science shows, and biology doesn't lie, that when you set yourself a goal, when you use positive verbal affirmation, when you start hearing yourself saying that you are capable of doing it, that you will do something, that it's within your gift to go and get it, and you start telling other people about it to hold you accountable, you're more likely to achieve it. Remember, be careful how you talk to yourself, because you are listening. Who cares about people who may mock you? You're always going to get that. Are you really going to let some 40-year-old troll who still lives in the spare room with his mum, playing Call of Duty all day in his pajamas, are you really bothered what that person says? Positive affirmation. Tell yourself what you're going to do. Make it smart. When you've got that, that's when your positive mantra comes from. Tell yourself every day what you're trying to achieve, multiple times a day. Tell other people what you're going to do to get comfortable with it. And it doesn't matter if you feel. Reframe failure. It's part of the journey so I can get to where I want to be. It may take a meander, there may be a slight kink in the road, but even if it doesn't work, imagine how much further towards your goal you will be if you actually have the bravery, the courage, the self-belief to go and try that. If it works for Conor McGregor, it'll work for you. Become that person you can become by being more in control of your thoughts and feelings. Hope you've enjoyed that little tip there. Positive verbal affirmation works for every single person who tries it to some extent. Try it for yourself, experiment, and see where you can go. See if you can become a better version of yourself, because you've got that gift to do so. Remember, hope you like this. Please share, like, drop your comments below. I'm really interested about if you've tried it, if you've experimented with it, the impact on you. But more importantly than any of this, believe in Bruce. Please remember to be kind to yourselves and each other.